Hi friends, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I have not posted in a while. I have been under the weather. I've had a really bad flare-up with gastroparesis. And it's literally put me down since Thursday. So I've had this vision in my mind, and I've wanted to work on, I don't know, do I have all three of the single colors? Should be red, purple, and green. I gotta put my glasses on and see if I've grabbed each of the three colors. The like purple and red look so close to each other. Those are the same colors, pretty sure. Red, purple. I think they're different colors, but they're so close that it's hard to tell them apart. Let me get the other box, but before I do, and I still have this cough. If I can't get 3 strands through this, it's not going to work. So there's 1 time through, 2 times through. Can I get through it 3 times? I can. Look at that. Okay, this will work. All right, we're going to go for it. Heifer hair. But let me get, when I separate them, you can definitely see the different colors. This is like a brownish red. This is definitely like a purple. And then we have a green. You can definitely tell the color difference when they're not side by side. So what I want to do is, my grandma on my dad's side always wore all kinds of jewelry. And I can remember her wearing a necklace that was like these, and it had like 3 strands, but it wasn't all 3 going up the neck. It was like 3 strands, and then down at the bottom of different colors. I don't know how this is going to work out. And what I'm thinking is figuring out how much I need. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess. I'm sorry. Just trying to figure out how much. This is so fine that getting it around my neck is like pulling teeth. So that much. I'm looking for my wire cutters. Oh gosh, do I gotta go inside and get them? Because I took some stuff inside to work on, and then I didn't do it. There's those, but I thought I worked out here after that. I know I did. 2, 3. I know I did. Because I made jewelry since then. I'm sorry about coughing, guys. I can't, it just happens. Let me run inside and get my wire cutters, because I don't have a pair sitting here, and I don't remember not having them out here. Hold on. Okay, so I have my wire cut in 3 staggered lengths. I have the long one, I have a medium one, and I have a shorter one. And that's because in the center, they're going to be layered. My thought is when I do this, I want them to be set so that when I put them all together, they're all going to come up so that the ends are all together. Like so, but in the middle, they're all going to be different lengths like this. Okay, I know it looks like a hot mess right at the moment, but you get the idea. I do need to trim that guy off at the end. We don't want to deal with a crimped piece. Now, I don't know if all 3 will go through. I wanted to use 15 O's. I don't think it's going to go through my 15 O's. But I have 11 O's. And I think they'll be fine. Let's see if they'll work. I think what I need to do is just lay it down and let's see. Start with one, put it on, put another through, then put the 3rd through. Yes, all 3 will go through an 11O. Perfect. That's amazing. Okay. I really wanted the golder colored ones, but let me see if I have the golder ones. I took a bunch of them inside to work on a project, and I may have to go in and get them. But I think these will be fine. I thought I had a bunch of them in here, but I don't. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I don't know how that color is going to work. It's the wrong color gold. Hold on. Okay, guys. Hopefully that will be the last time I get up. I went back and I looked at the colors. So these are supposed to be the same or close to it. I'm going to use the purple, but we're going to pick these up and set these aside. And look at this color. It's clear. I'm going to use that. So that's going to be our 3rd color. And I went and grabbed some more of the green. All right, so we have plenty of green, and I got the right color gold. So we're going to put these back away. Less to have to deal with in our way, because this is going to be a bulky project. And I may have to get up in a little bit and change my LP tank. So you'll probably hear it go out. All right, so what I want is my shorter strand. So I'm going to hold these together. This is my shorter strand. I want, because the green is going to go up around the back, I want the green on the bottom. So we're not going to deal with the green right now. I think I want the purple on the top. So we're going to start with the purple. And they're coming off the other end, right? Yes. So we're just going to get a bunch of these purple off. I may not use the whole strand. I'm going to start with that. And I want to make sure, this is a new tube. I just spilled a bunch. We're going to make sure that 3 strands will go through these 11-ohs. 1. Come on, little dude. Because these are, they're perma-finish galvanized. They're a little different process, and the holes could be a little bit smaller, but I think 3 strands will fit with no problem. We just want to check. I'm trying to get my fingers to cooperate. Come on. Yes, okay, so let's take these 2 strands back out of our way. All right. I may as well start with 1 in the middle. Let's go ahead and put 1 on. 1 and another one. We're just going to string one of these glass beads with the gold. They're window beads. And we're just going to string a bunch of these. The reason I'm doing this the way I'm doing it is I want these to seem like they are coming out of the same strand, you know, invisibly, like, you know what I mean? Unending. Like there's no point that they're being fastened or anything like that. So we're just putting one of the purple window beads on and one of the 11-oh galvanized toe hose, the round toe hose. And we're going to string on quite a few of these. I don't know for sure how many we're going to need. This is the shorter strand. Come on, little dude. We're going to be using a lot of these, so if you do this, you can do this with any bead that you have, like 3 different colors of the same. But this is like something my grandmother used to wear on my dad's side. Right now I currently have that much on, and I want to go, I will hold off right there. And what I'm going to do, because I can add more, I'm not closing any of these sections off. I want to make sure I'm not zoomed in. Okay. I'm going to grab right now I'm going to use a clothespin. This beading wire I'm using is really fine. It is Beadalon 7 strand. It is the 0.015 inch, 0.38 millimeter. It's really small. And then that was the purple. In the center, I want to use some of this. So this will be the middle strand. Let's see if I can just untie this and pull off a whole mess of these. And that looks to be about right. If not, I can add more. I want the next to the longest. Let me find it. Okay, that's the longest one. And I'm going to go ahead and just clip it because I'll be using this clip. Whoops, I'm kind of tangled in this stuff here. Start off with a seed bead. That one I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. So that'll give me a starting point. So let's put like 20 on this one. And that's 2. If I can get it on. 3. Come on, little dude. Whoops. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So, I don't know what your guys' weather is like, but it is 13 degrees out. Feels like 3. So it has been brutally cold. It was 11 yesterday, felt like 2. Our road is like solid ice still. We had 2 days in the 40s and 50s, and we still have solid ice. The paved roads are clear. It's just they don't do nothing with, if you live on a gravel road, it's like, too bad. So I have not left the house since Food Pantry Day, which was Wednesday. Today is Monday, Martin Luther King Day, Inauguration Day for President Trump. I am not going to get into political comments. So, where am I at? Thursday night, TV night, we always have something special to eat. I had a taco. There's my heater just turned off. And homemade taco, which, you know, normally I don't have any issue with. But with gastroparesis, you never know from one minute to the next if you are going to have an issue. Well, I did. And I have been very sick and yeah, in a lot of pain, and today is the first day that I felt good enough to be sitting up and just being at the bead mat. I wanted to, trust me. I actually thought about it yesterday, and it was a no-go. It was definitely a no-go. So there is the second one. I'm going to clip it. I like that. And it's going to be like this. So this one will be, they look, I'll probably add more of the brown color, the more clear, the light amber. There will probably be more of them added. But we'll see as we go. This is just the starting point. And then get a whole bunch of these green ones off. Now, this little bag of green ones, are they the same? I grabbed the ones from GGC Treasure from last year. All these are from Beebeecraft. And my Beebeecraft might be here tomorrow. That order, guys, be ready for it because it is amazing. Are they the same size? They don't look to be the same size. Let me get this loose one out. All right, there's a loose one from GGC's, a loose one from Beebeecraft. Yes, okay. I'll use those up. All right. We're just gonna pull off a bunch and get beading. All the links for Beebeecraft will be in the description below. This is from my last Beebeecraft haul. I had not used them yet. I was trying to debate how I wanted to use them, and I was, you know, nostalgia kind of rolled in, and I was thinking about things, and I just kind of thought about, you know, this jewelry she used to wear. And I remember this necklace. It's not that it's bulky or anything, but, you know, these aren't vintage beads by any means, but it is in the vintage style that she wore. And it was layered. It was like red and green and gold, which I don't have red. I have purple. I have kind of the gold, and I have the green. And I just flung that one. All right, let me change out my LP tank. Well, it's only take me a minute. Okay, I'm back. At this temperature, guys, trust me, you don't want it to get cold in here. So, get them out of the way. Not all vintage necklaces from back in the day were bulky. A lot of them were like layers of colors and things like that. But there were a lot of bulky vintage necklaces, I will say that. And like I said, in this area, they're not going to go. I know what the trends say that 2025 is all about. But also, guys, remember, if you sell jewelry, don't worry about what the trends say. maybe make a few pieces that the trends are talking about. Now, the color Mocha Mousse, I'm all in for it. That's a color that, you know, sells. Really well. And I will say, Jody had sent me some pieces that I pulled out long before I found out that Mocha Mousse was the color. And I will make something with it. I just haven't gotten there. But this whole bulky thing, it's not going to float in my area. People don't buy big bulky pieces. Now, my biggest video this month has been the rhodonite, because the rhodonite I got was, I know a lot of people got a lot of the light pink rhodonite. My rhodonite strand had a lot of the black striping in it, which was so reminiscent of the mossy oak, the pink mossy oak, for, you know, women's sporting goods. I'll put it that way. For hunting clothing and things like that. So I kind of put that in there in my title, and it was one of my biggest viewed videos. I still have enough, I think, to make another piece with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, I'm going to go probably, whoops, I dropped it, 28 here. These are smaller beads, so you gotta keep that in mind. Oops, why do I have 3 there? Good grief. I'm talking and not paying attention, guys. So this will be 21. So if you're making jewelry, know what the trends are for your area. Watch what women are buying. Watch what women are wearing. And just go with what you know. My area, they're not going to want that big bulky jewelry. They just aren't. So I will stick with what I know people will buy and go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I thought I flung him completely to the floor. 6. And I watched Jody's video today with the flower necklace. Oh my God, that thing was gorgeous. I can see that, like, I would not wear it because it's not my style, but oh my good Lord, that thing was amazing. But you know, that's something that would have been worn back in the, maybe not the 60s, but definitely like the 70s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's see how that looks. Each one lined up now. And also, don't forget, you know, you can get inspiration from other people, get ideas from other people. You know, if you see a channel that tells you, oh, I don't want you to, like, you know, you can't use my idea unless you pay me. walk away from that channel because, you know what? It's not worth it. So I think let's go ahead and put them together and see how they look once I line them up. So I'm going to clip this end because I think the two inner ones, I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell once they're lined up. I found all of my clips and then I put them somewhere and I can't find them again. Typical Laura move. And I know where I thought I put them, just like some other things, and they're not there. So let me hold them up. So I need to bring, so this is where they land. If I can get this where I can show you guys. It's probably not going to show up very good on the camera. So on the camera, oh, and I got hooked up on my thing. Oh, goodness. Maybe if I bring them like this and move this down. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make it where you can see it better. One there. One over here. I know I don't have them even on the ends, but just so you get an idea of what I'm doing. Okay, so this is how they would land on the necklace. I think I definitely need more green. I need more purple. I want to bring them so they all meet the purple. So what I want to do is I got to bring up more green and more of the, or shorten this strand. I could do that, shorten, but then that shortens the whole necklace. No, not really. I know what I'm trying to do. It's just my mind is not working where I need it to be. Okay, so I need to try to think how to do this. Maybe I needed a longer piece of this. That piece is too small. Okay, hold on. Okay, what I did was I cut a longer piece and I am just weaving it up through these beads while they're still on the original wire. That way I didn't have to like dump them all off and start over. And then after I get them on there, you can see they're still on there now on both wires. I can just take and pull the original wire out, and they are now on the longer piece. There's the short one, and let's see if that made a difference. I'm going to grab both ends of these, the end of this, because remember I made, and I can adjust this. I don't know how long I made it. And this is a, you know, on the fly thing. So guys, this is just trial and error. And then I'm going to grab all the ends over here. Okay, now my purple's in the middle. Actually, you know what? I kind of like the purple in the middle better. I really do. I like the purple in the middle better. I want to shorten that green one just a smidge though. I really do. I kind of want to, because I made this really, really long, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shorten this just a hair. I like the purple in the middle. I didn't think I did. So I'm going to shorten that only by like maybe an inch. Well, if I can get these cutters to cut. And then I'm also going to shorten that green, not by a lot. All right. Let's see what happened. Oh, wow. I like it. Okay, I like the way the colors are, so I need to add more purple. Go figure. And I'll probably have to take a little bit of the like gold color off, but that's okay. So I need to take the gold one out and get it off the table. I'm going to clip it so we don't lose the beads. Get it out of my way. We're going to add some of these purple. I know I am so indecisive on what I'm doing, aren't I? But that's the whole thing about designing, guys. You have to be able to make changes, change your mind. Don't be afraid to, you know, fix your design, change your mind. At first, I wanted the gold in the middle, and then I realized I really like the purple in the middle better than I like the gold in the middle. And that's okay. It's all about working through your design, what you like, what you don't like. So I had, I believe, 14 on this and 20 on the other one. So we're not going to put a whole lot more on this. So I put 2 on. That's 3 more. That's 4 more. That makes it 18. 5 more. That's 19. And that's 20. 21. I'm trying to figure out where I left my seed beads. That is not the correct tube. Seriously? We're going to be using lots of these, so you should always have a ton of seed beads in your little stash of different colors, different sizes. 22, if I can get him on. I flung that. I I think I'm going to try out all this and see what it looks like. I'm going to put it up against the green one. I know you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing. I'm sorry. It's going to be all about evening out all the strands. I'm going to lay this down so you can see what I'm looking at. So when I do this and I lay this out, what my goal is to have all my strands evened out. I'm going to clip, I'm going to get them all together on the ends. And clip them together so I can show you what I'm doing this way. Put these here. Yes. And then these three over here. Then I can kind of show you. Whoops, I dropped one. Okay. So when I've got them together, this is what they're going to look like. I'm going to bring them all down. Whoops, he slid out of line. All right, so when they're laying down, they're going to look like this. Purple, green, and then the other one's in the middle. I have them kind of crossed there. So this is what they're going to look like, but they're going to be all stacked together. I want them to be lined up here on each side. So when I do this, they've all got to be evenly matched. Like however many is here has to be lined up. So I'm going to need more green to match the length of the purple. So what I'm going to do is measure, and that's going to be my best bet. So I'm going to keep however many I have in the gold, and I'm going to measure that and go by that. I think that's my best bet. What do you think, guys? Measure. I'm going to clip this so I don't lose my strands. And I'm going to go with whatever gold I have here, and I'm going to measure that, and those have to match. Maybe? I believe. Yes, that is right. So, lay this out nice and straight. Make sure they're in there. And it is at 6 3/4 of an inch. That's what I need on each strand. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. That would have been easier if I just done that before, right? Right. So I'm going to take my purple, and I'm going to make that 6 3/4 of an inch. But I don't think that's right because it hangs down farther. Yeah, because it's got to hang down farther. No, that ain't going to work either. Oh, guys, that's not going to be right either. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to put on like 3 more. And I was thinking that if I measured, they would be right, but that's not correct either because of This is already more than 6 3/4 inches, obviously. And each strand is longer, so I can't go by that either. Oh, I already have it. Why did I do that? I'm going to have to double check these. Okay, it's the only place I've done it. So, it's just going to be trial and error, obviously. So I added on, because I had to go back and fix that, it's actually going to be adding on 3, because this one was really quite close to what I wanted. And I'm just going to go one by one. Is this one correct? That's what I'm going to do. Clip it. Get the other side even. And let's see. Do they come together yet? I need, it looks like 2 more. So let's get 2 more purple ones. Oops, that's a gold. A purple spacer. So this is the whole thing. I know a lot of people don't show the ins and outs of designing, and a lot of people, when I first started, I was like, wow, this is not as easy as it looks. And this is why, because not everybody shows the ins and outs of designing on the fly and how it really looks to make a design come together. It's not all, you know, rainbows and butterflies to make a design work perfectly. And I think we've got it as close as we're going to get it. We will adjust these with seed beads. We'll probably have to put like an extra seed bead on the gold one. Oh, and you know what? I don't have them even. Make sure your ends are even, so you know you're getting perfection. Make sure my ends are even over here. They are. That was my mistake. Pull against. It's as good as it's going to get. I'm golden. I'm going to clip it. We're going to work on the green one next. And it needed a lot. So let's get the green one over here. Like I said, I have a couple more strands of green. Not a problem. There we go. So let's get putting these on. I already have a seed bead. Oh, I'm fleeing. I'm sorry, guys. So I really appreciate all the people that have new people, new subscribers. I know I put out a lot of longer videos. But and between the cold and, you know, my having a cold, and now this flare with gastroparesis, it has really put a huge impact on my channel, because I've only, you know, people think, oh, you know, you make videos, you put videos out all day, you know, every day, and you make a lot of money. No, I have only made $12 this month on YouTube. No kidding. that's where I'm at. And so, to be honest, I still have not made in this 3 months enough to reach a YouTube pay. So, yeah, that's being all honesty and upfront, and that's the way it's been for the last year and a half, 2 years. It's been taking 2 to 3 months to make that threshold. So, okay, now I'm going to see how this measures up to the rest. Just going to grab them. Oh, I see what I did. Oh my good Lord. Sometimes I wonder where my head is. So, I just dropped my other one. I'm sorry guys, I bumped you. Try not to drop my green one. So I'm going to put that end down. Deal with one end at a time, Laura. You can tell I have not beaded in a while because I'm all over the place. This has been rough. I have a vision and I know what I want to do, but it's just not coming to fruition the way I thought it would. Okay, so we're going to lay all 3 down, get this out of the way. Seriously. Now the green is tangled. I'm going to get the green untangled. I really don't know how I did that. There we go. There's the 2. Here's the green. Undo it. Get them even. Okay, I don't know what I did because now none of them match. And I'm just going to give up because I don't know what I've done. Oh, I guess once I lay them down and do this, they kind of match. The green is 1 bead too long. Let me get them. So if I take 1 set off the green, let's see what happens. Get them all lined back up because I lost them. Get them all back together. If I had a ruler, I don't know where my metal one went. It was standing here and then it disappeared. So I don't have my metal ruler. And getting them to lay straight is going to be, I'm going to hold them up, guys. That's the only way to really for me to tell. Okay, so the green, when I hold it up, is still one bead too long. And then we're going to start putting it together. And if we need to adjust, we will adjust with seed beads. So the very first thing I want to do is I'm going to get measure down. Let's say I want to go that far down, and I'm going to clamp, and I want to push all these beads this way so they're all up against that right there. All right. And then on this end, I can look and see I need probably a seed bead on this guy right here, probably one or two, and then Alan's home. I think one will be fine. I'll put one on the other side. And then we are going to take, I think what we'll do is I have these. And we will put, these are 3.2 millimeter spacer beads. We're going to use these. I'm going to put one on each side, just like that, and bring them all together. I think I want to put probably a seed bead, and all I have to do is just pull him out. We're going to put a seed bead on the purple so that he can come up a little better. It's easier just to pull out the purple, put on a seed bead, and then put him back up in. Then they're not all fighting for top dog up there. I just want to make sure that these three ends stay the same size. Push everything down. I like that. Because it'll be purple. Or it's going to be gold, purple. Okay, from here we're going to start putting on just the green. And all three of these strands will fit in these beads. We're going to put on a green. And then we're going to get these seed beads down. And we're just going to have to put a seed bead on and then, you know, work each strand up through the seed bead individually if we have to. but that's what we're going to do. Just the green and the gold seed beads. And I won't keep you while I do this, but we're going to go up the side just for a ways, and then we're going to do just gold seed beads the rest of the way. So I'll probably do 4 of these and then switch to just seed beads. I don't know, I might go farther than 4. I like the way that looks. So I'll bring you back. It took me half an hour to put that many seed beads on, guys. I'm not kidding. It is very time consuming. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead. We're going to work on this side because I have this side done the way I want it. And this side will actually help set the other side. So this is where I rearrange the little strands. So the green is where it's supposed to be, the purple, and then the gold. And then I can push them up into where they need to be, like that. And now I can decide what I need. I know I need to put 1 and 2, because that's what I did over here, 2 and 2. No, 1 and 2. Nope, 1 and 1 on each of the purple and the gold. So I need to add 1 more seed bead to each of these 2. This is so they don't fight for top dog. Oh, I put it on the green instead of the purple. Let me drop him down, move him over and get a hold of that purple, because that's the one I wanted. There we go. Now, 1, 2, and 3. Get them all lined up. I have a 3mm spacer bead, putting that on. This makes it look like it is all seamless. If I was to stop here and put a, like, lobster clasp, or not a lobster clasp, but a clamshell or something, it would make it look like, you know, I just took 3 pieces and put them together. I want these 3 pieces to all flow into one necklace. That's why I chose the really thin 7 strand. All right, now let's pull this all down so that it is now lined up. And now I can put on one of my green. And what I decided to do, even though I don't think my grandmother's was, is I'm going to put chain on the end, because I'll tell you what, putting these seed beads on, because it only goes on one or two, and then you have to either struggle to get that third one on, or like this, get him on two and then stick the third one through it. And then bring it down. And when you're doing a whole mess of just the seed beads, it is very time consuming just to do, I don't know, I've got like 30 or 40 done over there. It took quite a while. Now I'm having to struggle to do this because I'm talking. And I'm bringing him down. I did do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of the green ones. So I'm going to continue to do that. And then the same number of seed beads after that. See, it only picks up 2. Put the third through. Put the green on. And I'm going to continue this so that it matches the other side, and I'll bring you back and show you what I've decided to do. Okay, we are back. Now, if you have issues getting, if you're doing this and you're having issues and you're using 3 strands of wire like I did, getting them to lay like you want, push them in where you want them, and you're going to want to roll here, and you're going to want to kind of pull these strands here, and you're going to want to like kind of separate them and let them roll up here. Don't hold them tight, because when you're pushing here, you're going to actually be repositioning them all the way up through. Another great reason to use really fine wire if you do this. So they're not going to stay put. My grandmother's always kind of like tangled in among each other. I think they were more closer to the same length, but I was going to try to do this more, you know, where you could see each color. But I have them done. I did go through and take all the seed beads off. I liked it better this way. I had plenty, not an issue. It took me less time to redo this than it did to put just that little section of seed beads on. Also, when you do this, make sure you have your center pieces in the center of your wire. I forgot to do that, so I had to shove them down a little bit. Wasn't a problem. Just so you know ahead of time. I'm also going to use, I have some tiny little crimp beads, and sorry guys. Ooh. Oh, what do I do with my clamshells? Ay. I may have to get some clamshells out of my other package. Hold on, let me go look for clamshells. Okay, I'm using the tiny little I think they're actually 2x1 crimp beads. The reason I'm doing that is because we are using 3. So I'm going to crimp 2 together and 1 together in the clamshell. Okay. And I'm going to open my clamshell wide, because I am not going to be sliding these back and forth. These are on there tight, so I want to get all 3 of these skinny little wires up through the bottom of my clamshell. Come on, agree with me. One, two, three. I'm going to separate one, and I'm going to work with just 2 for right at the moment. I'm going to drop a crimp bead over these 2. Well, how about if I just pick up the crimp bead? And this is a pretty big clamshell. This is like, I don't remember what size it is, but it's one of the bigger clamshells. You can get smaller ones, you can get bigger ones. And this one is one of the bigger ones. I am going to reach in there. I'm going to grasp him. I'm going to push him down and I'm going to crush him. Oops, I slid. And we're going to crush him around just those 2 wires. And I hope this holds. It's holding. So I'm going to do the same with the 3rd one, putting a crimp bead over it. And this is just to make sure that he does not go anywhere. Could I leave him without a crimp? Probably, but I wouldn't want to try it. I'm going to stack it because these are small, right on top of the other crimp. And I'm going to crimp this one down. It is really hard to see him in there. I think I've crimped him, but we're going to make sure. I'm going to get a hold of it. I'm tugging on it. Well, maybe it didn't come off. I thought I had a hold of it. All right, it's on there. The clamshell's staying. We're going to clip all of that extra wire. There's that one. There's those 2. And I'm turning it so that it's the same direction as the crimps. I'm going to close the clamshell. We're going to go ahead and put the jump ring on. Open it. This one is a little offset, so I'm going to go ahead and fix it right now. And then open it. Put it on. Close it. And it is ready to go. We're going to do the same thing on this side, but I won't make you watch. And a thought, so if you wanted extra security, after you get one side, you know, the 2 strands crimped, you could take the single strand with one of the strands you've already crimped, put it with the single strand and crimp them together if you wanted to, just for, you know, that added extra security if you thought you were, you know, felt better about doing that. That looked pretty weird because it splayed them apart, but it should hold. When I get a hold of that crimp, you see it's not coming up. The clamshells on there tight. I made sure that there was room for all of this to move. I don't have it like super duper tight to the necklace because I do want some movement. So you will see spaces because this is quite stiff to begin with. Oops. This side will get a lobster clasp. I did choose the larger lobster for this necklace. And I am also going to make sure this lines up, then open it back up, put on my clamshell, my lobster, and I'm sorry this video is all over, but I want to make sure you see the whole process of designing, the thoughts into what to do, what not to do, what I tried that worked, what I tried that did not work. And you know, not everything works out the way you think it's going to be the first time. Try it again. Don't quit. You know, I said at one point I quit. Then we're going to just clasp this. And so there's kind of a necklace that like what my grandmother wore many, many years ago when I was like a young girl. I wasn't even, I don't think, a teenager at the time. You know, it's really pretty. It's with those little glass window beads with the gold on the edge. And I'm really glad that I took the gold seed beads off and just did this. So let me know if your grandmother or aunts or anybody wore a necklace kind of like this. Because I'm sure it was like probably from like Avon or something way back in the day. Now I have it tangled because I picked it up. But let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.